This is Timothy Sanchez Vega. You guys might have seen this guest before because he's generated billions of views across multiple social platforms.
What was your biggest month with TikTok Shop?
At that time, I think I was waking up to like $4,000 days. I would just wake up, go to the gym, go home, and obsess with TikTok Shop. From 7 o'clock to midnight, I was at $5,000 in commissions. The next day, I was at $9,000. And it just kept going like that for the entire month. One product. I think that month I finished at $140,000 in commission.
Oh, wow.
It changed my life. But what it meant more than the money, freedom.
Welcome back
Welcome.
to our YouTube channel. We have a very special guest today.
I'm so excited.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is Tim from ShopHouse Media, and we are doing the podcast today. This is exciting.
And what's even more exciting is we actually just partnered together.
We actually just partnered together, guys. ShopHouse and Abundance are official partners.
So if you guys don't know ShopHouse, which I'm sure if you're in the TikTok shop space, you have definitely seen Tim's face or maybe heard his voice. He has a very viral bottom of funnel sound, which we'll get into his entire story today. But you know, one thing we really wanted to dive in today is everyone has seen the face. Everyone has seen him cover all these TikTok shop millionaires and all the beautiful success stories. But we don't know much about you, Tim. And we want the people to get to know your story, get to know the person behind this incredible empire that you're creating. How cool now that we're teamed up together. I mean, it is unstoppable.
Well, I think, you know what's funny is this is probably going to be the first podcast that I've done where I tell my story, TikTok shop-wise.
ShopHouse tells all.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right.
Okay, so I started on social media at a very young age. When I was 11 years old, I was super impressionable. And I was never into really like sports or academics or even video games that much. That's when YouTube had just started back in 2009. And I knew that there was something special there. And I saw, you know, all these YouTubers and they were making me laugh and like I was watching them in my room, but I wanted to create my own videos. So what I did is I was getting an allowance at the time for doing my chores and I had saved up $50. And at the time there was like this company, I think it was like VTech or like one of those children's like toys company. And they had created a camcorder for kids. So it worked just like a regular camera did, but it was like a little tiny toy. And so basically I bought it from Walmart, $50. I took it home and I started doing YouTube videos. And I did it for fun. Me and my friend, we do it at sleepovers. And we just liked being funny on the camera and we really just liked performing. And so my parents deleted my YouTube channel 5 times.
What?
And I kept going behind their back and starting a new one. Yes. So back then the internet was unsafe. So if you can imagine, it was still so new. There was predators. There was all kinds of crazy stuff going online. I kept pursuing it. And I had no success with it. I had 300 subs for about 7 years. I just loved it, right?
You were
I
just
didn't do it for the
consistently
money.
posting.
I was just consistently
Out of
posting.
pure passion.
Out of passion. I wasn't doing it for the money. I didn't even know that it could be a career. And when I was going into high school.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
What year was this?
So I started in 2009.
2009.
So probably from 2009 to, probably going to get the years wrong, but when I was going from middle school to high school, summer of 8th grade, I started getting really into fashion. And that's when like the swag era was big. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh, yeah.
So I liked it, but like I didn't have the money for it. So like I would try to do videos with snapbacks and like sneakers and stuff. So we did like a video and it was like how to wear a snapback. And I kind of cracked the algorithm back then on YouTube because they had comment replies, but you could do it with a YouTube video. Your video would be at the top of the comments. And so I was like, if I can tap a viral video that they were doing how to wear a snapback and put my version of it as the top comment, then I can get people to come over to my video.
Wow. So you like growth hacked it.
So I growth hacked it back then, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I just figured it out. Sure enough, I did that. He approved the comment, and the video just started going crazy. And I remember when I was going into high school, the first day of high school, I looked back at my videos. I was on the bus, and I looked back, and that YouTube video was at 35,000 views. And back then, that was nuts. Like, it had gone viral. And so I was like, there's something here. And I told my friend that I did the videos with, I'm like, dude, we got 35,000 views. Like, let's keep doing this. He didn't believe me. Like, he didn't want to film. He's like, you're lying, bro. Like, there's no way. I'm not going to do it with you. And so I was like, there's something here. Like, I got to do it. But I didn't have money at the time to, like, buy fashion. My mom would, like, start taking me to thrift stores. And we would go to thrift stores, and we would find, like, $200-$300 Air Jordans for, like, $5. Wow. And, like, hats and, like, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I would just vlog it. I documented it all. And so I started growing a really big audience through there. And my mom would just drive. I couldn't even have my license. Like, I was like 15, 14. And then I realized that, like, I'm attracting the people that are, like, into, like, sneakers and things for cheap. So let me try to see what's similar with this. So I started doing Ross, Nike Outlet, all kinds of stuff. Then I got my first sponsor at 18. And I was able to move out because of that. So they were paying me $200 a week. So I had $800 for the month. And I went and got an apartment. And when I got that apartment, that's when really I think the fire lit under me, because I knew that nobody was coming to save me. I knew that I had to provide for myself at that point at 18 years old. And so I started listening to Gary Vee. I started watching Gary Vee's videos and like reading his books and stuff, and realizing like you don't need a college education and things like that. And so actually before then, I dropped out of college.
So you finished high school.
Yes.
You
Well,
started college.
Technically, no. I left high school sophomore year, and I was going to be homeschooled, but then I got a GED and started doing early college.
Yes.
So I'm already ahead of the game back then. But then I saw some guy, and he was like my friend, and he was making $20,000 a month from selling fake Yeezys online. And I wasn't going to do that, obviously, but like I was like, there's something here. Like internet money is real. And I think that was the first taste of that, right? So I'm like, okay, this is crazy. If he's doing that, I can do it too. I start posting a video every single day to my fashion channel and doing one vlog a day. So I'm staying up till 5 a.m. every single day, because I'm waking up, filming, and then I'm editing them like all through the night. So I'm just like every day, just like on this grind, just grind. Eventually get to 1 million subscribers.
What?
1 million subscribers.
Wow.
And I accomplished my dreams. Going back and forth, moving between LA and Texas. Keep scaling that. Get to 3 mil.
Did you have a team, or you were
I was just doing it myself.
You were doing
but
all the videos yourself?
Well, eventually I started hiring like editors and filmers and thumbnail creators and graphic designers and stuff. And actually a lot of my friends that I grew up with ended up being my team members.
Wow.
So they were really good at it, and we kind of like all figured it out together. And so I started TikTok, and with TikTok, when I first got on the platform, I got to 500,000 followers in like 2 days.
You knew what you were doing already.
So I think people already knew me from the YouTube, so they follow me. But
that's
like,
how big you were.
But TikTok at the time was a lot of younger audiences.
Right.
I knew that I had to make content for the kids. I was the first one to do gold digger pranks on TikTok.
That's genius.
So I was the first one to do that, and I think the video got like 20 million views overnight, and then I just got like, boom, 500,000 followers.
You were an early adopter of TikTok.
Oh, 100%.
Which honestly, it kind of makes sense how you're also an early adopter, and we are, of TikTok Shop, and I think social shopping really in like the Western world.
Right. But the thing is, I was getting millions of views. Like every single TikTok was like getting probably between 3 and 10 million views. No, not even joking. We cracked the algorithm on that. We figured it out. The problem was I wasn't getting paid any money. Zero. I wasn't getting paid any money.
Was your YouTube channel still making you money at this time?
That was my main source.
Okay.
So TikTok for me wasn't worth it, because it was like, we're not even making money. Like there's no use in just getting views. At least at the time, I didn't know about digital products. I didn't know about, monetizing it. I was just getting the AdSense.
Yeah.
So my goal was like virality. So every single weekend, I needed to get 1 million views on my YouTube video. If not, then I would start freaking out and start having anxiety and like, oh, I'm not going to make the money. And looking back at it, it was a great time in my life, and I wouldn't regret it ever, because I accomplished what I wanted to as a kid, but I was not making the money that I should have been making. Like I think my most viral video, it had 11 million views, and I had a $1 CPM.
Which meant you made
$1 for like every
1,000 views.
1,000 views.
So you made like $1,100.
$11,000.
$11,000.
But I should have, if I had correct videos, I would have made like 100,000.
I mean, 11 million views on a YouTube video is like a crazy amount.
Right. And so it was, I mean, I've had times where like every YouTube video was like, boom, 3 million, 5 million, like.
But your CPMs were not high.
And
So-
what year was that you did that?
That had to be like 2020, 2021,
Okay.
2022.
Because I feel like even now people are finally getting paid more.
Yes,
I
but it
feel
still depends on the type of content, right? So
Right,
my stuff
right.
was not, because I started getting more into pranks as well. And so it wasn't as safe. It was like more entertainment content. For me, I'm just like, how can I scale this up? And like, I think my biggest month was like $50,000. And that was getting 1 million views every other day. So I was doing a video every other day, getting 1 million, 1 million,
Wow.
1 million, 1 million, and I was making $50,000. For me, I think the goal was always between 20 and 30,000 a month. That was a great month for me. But then I discovered TikTok Shop, and I discovered sales, and I discovered that there's not really that much money in entertainment. And I thought that I was gonna go from the YouTube 3 years ago now. I was living in LA. I moved to West Hollywood, and I was gonna go full force on my dream of being an entertainer. And so I moved to Hollywood. This is my 3rd time I moved to Hollywood. First time I moved to Hollywood when I'm 18. My wife's 18. I'm 19. I got married at a very young age as well.
Wow.
So
when did you meet?
we
high
met in
school?
church. So
In
that was like we were like
church?
14 and 15 years old. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Crazy. Biggest blessing of my life. Glory to God. And like we've just kind of been team members ever since. And so where I lack, she pulls me up.
Doing it together.
So I'm the creative and I'm like the strong force, and she's very organized. She's very technical, you know, crosses the T's and dots the I's. Like she wants to make sure we're doing everything right. She meets with the accountant. She meets with, like, if we have lawyers or whatever, we need to do contracts, she goes through them. We developed this whole team system. So we moved to LA when we were like 18 and 19. We moved to the corner of Wilshire and La Brea because Fousey Tube used to live there.
Oh my god.
So Fousey Tube's manager is my friend, and he's like, you should move here. Fousey loved it. Like, this is going to be great. I moved there, and 3 weeks later, I cancel my lease, and I move home, and I spend $10,000 just canceling my lease. It was crazy, y'all. LA, my first taste of LA was crazy. There was construction, there was homeless, it wasn't safe. I just didn't realize the streets back then.
And you were coming from where? Austin?
Texas, San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
So you're a Texas boy.
Safe. It's like
moving to
super
the streets
safe.
of
Right.
LA.
Yeah. And I didn't know how it was like.
You
how
just had a
crazy it
dream
was.
and you were like, I'm just pursuing it.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, I just didn't know anybody there. So I didn't have my team. I didn't have anybody. So I was like, I need to move back. I felt like I was on top of the world when I moved to LA the first time because we had just hit a million, or this was before 1 million subscribers. But we were doing, like, crazy videos in Texas. Everything was doing well. Second time I moved to LA, I signed with a big management. Shout out to my boy Dimitri. Do you guys know, like, DDG and, like, Flight Reacts and stuff or no? Like big YouTubers.
No, but I just know that all the big YouTubers were moving into LA.
Yeah, so I signed with the management. I signed with the management at the time, and I just hit 1 million subscribers. So I jumped on the phone with that manager. He's a big manager. Like, all his creators are like really, really big. So I jump on the phone with him, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm gonna get to 1 million subscribers. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna be the biggest. And he's like, yeah, right, whatever. So then I go to VidCon and I see him, and I'm like, hey, bro, by the way, I hit 1 million. And he's like, you hit 1 million? He's like, let's go to lunch next week.
Oh, don't you love when that happens?
He tells the story all the time. I moved to LA the second time. We go to Glendale.
Ah, okay.
Glendale's a little bit better. It's still cool, but I feel like it's really hard to live there when you're not Armenian.
Yeah, Glendale is interesting.
I just didn't feel like I like fit in there. I don't know.
For those of you who don't know, Anna and I are also from LA.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love Glendale though. It was beautiful, it was safe. Moved back, then we moved to LA the third time, and this was a time where I was like, okay, I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna stay here for a year. So we moved to West Hollywood, got a little tiny box with a backyard for like $5,000 a month, and I'm signed with Jimmy Kimmel's label at the time, and we're gonna do it big, and I'm gonna get into acting and stuff like that. I thought that I was gonna move to LA because I had so much confidence built for what I had been building on YouTube. I thought I was gonna move to LA, get on TV and film like nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna go to theater class and I'm gonna literally be the best in the class. I don't even need this. Why am I here? I get in that class, and that year was the most humbling year of my life when I was in LA. I feel like LA just destroyed me completely.
Wow.
It destroyed every ego. It destroyed all my bad habits. It destroyed everything that I had thought that I was. I got knocked down. At the time, the sneaker industry was like rock bottom. It was going down. Like, people were not interested in
What year was
sneakers.
this? Like, where
This
we
was
were?
like 2-3 years ago.
2-3, so 2022?
2023.
2023.
Late 23.
Wow.
Sneaker industry is crashing. People are not interested in sneakers the way they used to be when Kanye and Virgil and all them made them hype. So the views are going down.
Less attention.
It's going really down. I think I started making like $10K a month, and my rent is $5K.
Right.
And so then I'm going to acting class like 4 times a week, and I'm like, I'm gonna be an actor. I'm gonna be an actor. I'm gonna be an actor. Then I realized that I knew nothing about acting, and then I learned that just because I had success on social media, it does not translate to the mainstream
Actual
acting
like,
world,
Hollywood.
right? Because that's an art form. That is truly an art form, and I'm an entertainer, but like being an actor, you have to be vulnerable. It's really showing those raw, real emotions. Here I am, this guy that's like super successful on social media, like always taking pictures in public, to like, I'm now in LA making the least amount that I've ever made, sitting in a classroom getting yelled at by a teacher. And I like thought I was the man. And then that just like completely like knocked me down. Not having good success with acting, I'm like, I need to move home. I need to figure something out. So I'm stressing, I'm crying at my table, crying out to God, trying to figure out what the next big thing's gonna be. And my mom was working on something in the background the whole time.
Wow.
So my mom's back in Texas.
Your mom.
My mom is back in Texas, and she says, hey, I'm selling on TikTok Shop.
What?
I just got chills.
But you got to remember, in my head at this time, I do not like TikTok.
You don't like, right?
Because
you
I'm
were-
like,
it wasn't-
TikTok is a waste of time.
Had you even seen a TikTok shop video at that time?
Not
Or
before
no?
my mom.
You were like, no, I don't want it.
I think yeah. So when you come from the influencer community, a lot of people were looking down on TikTok
Oh,
Shop.
they still do. They think it's like embarrassing.
Exactly. So I told my mom I would never do it. And my mom calls me and she goes, like, she started selling the chamoy pickles, and it was trending at the time. She found out that the manufacturer was in our hometown. And so she starts packaging these pickles up. At the time, TikTok Shop was so new. This was before affiliate.
How did she find out about it?
It was pre-affiliate?
My mom has always been like an internet entrepreneur. She was selling on eBay when I was a baby.
Wow.
She found out about TikTok Shop. She found the trend. It's funny because she tells the story all the time. She really feels like God gave her the idea because she kept seeing like pickle everywhere she would go. Like we went on vacation and like I saw this pickle beer, so I'm drinking this pickle beer. The pickle came out somewhere else. Pickle came up somewhere else. She thought she was gonna get into pickleball.
Oh my gosh.
So she starts selling pickleball on TikTok Shop.
What?
She starts selling pickleball kits on TikTok Shop.
Oh my God. Pickleball kits and then pickle.
And it was the wrong pickle that she'd been shown. Because then she found the chamoy pickle kit. And when as soon as they went live for the first time, they were literally in my old room. It was my 2 sister-in-laws, my 2 brothers, my dad, and my mom. And I guess my littlest sister at the time might have been there. They went live for the first time with that pickle kit. And it was just cha-ching, 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 at the beginning of TikTok Shop.
Wow, at the very beginning.
At the very beginning, you could literally just post a video, barely even saying anything, and just get sales.
Not only was it a massive trend, the chamoy pickle
was
kit, that everybody wanted to
massive.
try it, but TikTok was pushing the sellers like
Subsidizing.
crazy. And I think this is the Chinese way because I think they're doing it with a coffee company now, but giving such good discounts that they're eating the loss. So TikTok would give coupons that people were getting the pickle kit for a penny. They were applying their coupons and they were paying my mom the full amount of $30 and the people were getting it for a penny.
How much was your mom doing a day in revenue
I don't know how much a day, but I know she definitely did like 5 or 6 million.
that year?
Yeah. Or I don't even think it was in a year. I think it was in months. But they scaled up to like 2 warehouses. They had 40 plus employees. They hired all the neighborhood kids that we grew up with. All the kids are buying cars and like all kinds of stuff. They have a conveyor belt that they're in a line to package it up.
This happened so fast.
My brother got his CDL and he's like driving forklifts. Like they ran Sam's Club out of their inventory all over the city. And so she calls me and she goes, "Hey Tim, our top affiliate just made 15K this week. Like you have to get on it." And I'm like, "I don't know, Mom. I tried like the astronaut projector and I didn't sell any."
It was a product.
It was a product.
So you got on affiliate. You're like, okay.
I got an affiliate. I got a new page though. I wasn't gonna do it on my main page. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do it. So back then,
Because this is a whole different side of like everything for you.
Mhm. And so back then, there's the loophole method where if
remember
you
that.
applied to be a seller, you could
I
get
remember
approved to the
that.
affiliate program.
Yes.
So me and my wife both did the loophole method. So we both started new accounts. And I was getting no success. And then as soon as I posted my mom's product, I doubled my YouTube revenue that I would have made in the month in 1 single week.
Oh my
Glory to God. And I was like, this is nuts. Like, there's something here. So you guys know me and you guys know my networking skills. So I start meeting people at TikTok. That was another reason why I got into TikTok Shop. I didn't even talk about that part. So this one, I don't even know if I should say it on camera, but I'm going to. I had been in the social media space for a very, 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 very long time. And I'm really good friends with the manager of the Sway Boys that started the Sway House. So
Yeah.
Bryce Hall, Josh Richards, Noah Beck, their manager at the time, Warren, we'd go to church together in Beverly Hills because he used to work at Full Screen, which was an MCN and YouTube. We met and we start going to church. We go to Justin Bieber's church every Wednesday. And so we're really close. He invites me to his wedding. The thing is, Warren is the guy in Hollywood. Like, he knows everybody. And he's probably like the 1 or 2 guys that I can fully trust in LA. He's getting married and he invites me to his wedding. It's in Ohio. I don't know why, but I think at the time he became COO of Triller.
Oh my gosh.
You guys remember Triller?
I remember being in LA and seeing the Triller vans all the time. Do you remember
So
the Triller
he's-
vans?
Yes.
So he was very high up with Triller, and so he was throwing the Jake Paul fights, inviting me to those. And so I'm like, okay, let's go to his wedding. He's always been my good boy. So we go to his wedding, and there's a lot of industry people there. And I meet the 3rd hire of TikTok Shop.
Oh wow.
The third.
The 3rd. And he's really, 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 really high up. And he starts telling me about TikTok Shop. And he says, you got to get on TikTok Shop, man. Our biggest affiliates are doing like 100K a month. And I'm like, okay. Between him and my mom.
And the chamoy thing was happening simultaneously.
Yes.
So it was literally just coming straight at you.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting when you can't even ignore an opportunity? Like, it
Well, I think
literally
that I think that God was closing certain doors.
Mm-hmm.
The dream of being an actor, and like I feel like I had to he had to allow me to like taste the dirt. It was like I had to go through that, and then this other door was open, and I could have not walked through the door. I could have been like, no, this is my dream. I'm gonna do acting. It was so apparent that I had to walk through it.
Yeah, you literally had to hit rock bottom. I mean, you said you had the hardest year of your life. We always say it's like growing through the mud,
Right.
like a lotus flower. Like you have to grow through the mud in order to blossom.
Right. So I get into Star Creators, which is the highest program that they have on TikTok Shop. Start going to TikTok events, and I start meeting all the biggest creators. From the beginning, we just become friends. Like, these are the biggest creators on TikTok, and we're just like naturally becoming friends. So me and my wife are doing it. We're running it up 4 accounts. I finally do it on my main account. I'm like, there's so much money here. But at the time, like, they said, like, only do 3 videos a day. Like, that's the sweet spot. So I was like, okay, like, this is so easy for me. Like, I was making 2 YouTube videos per day.
So this was
Like-
a cakewalk.
Like, filming on my phone and posting, this takes me 5 seconds. So we're doing 12 videos a day. We're working for like 10 minutes a day. And we're making the craziest money we've ever made.
Like what was your biggest week?
I don't-
Your biggest month with TikTok Shop.
I don't even remember. I just remember, like, I'll tell you, like, from the whole journey, but, like, at that time, I think I was waking up to, like, $4,000 days. And, like, yeah. So there was this one story that I like to tell. Me and my wife were in bed, and she hadn't filmed her videos for the day for whatever reason. So I'm like, we'll get up. You need to film your TikTok videos. So she gets out of bed in her pajamas, no makeup on, nothing. She sits in front of the kitchen, does a comment reply. Somebody says, I got the chamoy pickle kit for $1. She films that video, she posts it. That single video, we did $20,000 in commission.
What?
We would have never shot that video. And at the time, there was nothing else for me. Like, there was nothing else for me in LA. You guys know it's super hard to make friends in LA. I would just wake up, go to the gym, go home, and obsess with TikTok Shop. So I was buying every course, every community, everything, just trying to crack the code. With my mom's, it kind of just popped off. But then they take her shop down.
What?
Why?
She's having all the success in the world. And we're scaling ads. I'm helping her scale her own ads. It's a whole funnel. Like, it's a whole system. I'm the creator. She's the brand. I'm scaling the ads. We didn't need anybody else. Mm-hmm. They take her shop down because at the time there was this rule, which it's not around anymore, that if you got too many bad reviews on the taste of the food item, so if you know chamoy, it's a very distinct Mexican flavor. A lot of people in the middle of America are like, oh, what is this? I don't like this. And so her shop gets taken down. I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. They're good. They have savings. I mean, I had savings too, which is good because I was literally going down. But I find supplements. That was the first thing that I went to. So I found my boys over at Beast Bites, Lullabites, all the thing. And I'm doing the same thing that I was doing for my mom. I realized early on that the TikTok algorithm is so good that you don't even need to talk about the product name. Now you do because it's a rule because of me. I literally made all these rules on TikTok happen because I ruined TikTok Shop. I cracked their code. I said their algorithm is so good that this TikTok video that I'm making, it's not going to my followers. It's not going to just anybody. This video is going towards the people that are interested in this item. So all I have to do is make them hit that purchase button. If they're sending it to those people, it means that 1, they either have a strong interest in this product, or 2, they've already added this product to their cart, or they've already interacted with this product before. And it's gonna show those people that product videos over and over and over again until they purchase. So all these people are doing top of funnel. These are the creatine gummies, and they're gonna make you strong. So I get on there and I just say, this is going to be the best sale they're ever going to do. The sale's going to end right now. This is going to be the cheapest time you can get it.
And you're getting people who are already familiar with the product,
And
already
I'm
warm,
just
already
like,
considering if they're going to purchase or
Dude,
not.
it was like every 100 views was a conversion.
And no one was doing this at the time.
No, very little.
You were the first bottom of funnel.
I wasn't the first bottom of
One
funnel.
of
It
the
was very
first.
little. I want to say there was like maybe 5 people. And the only reason why I started is because I had a friend, Danny, who I knew on YouTube. Gosh, Danny's crazy too because Danny never really made, don't quote me on this, but I don't think Danny really ever made like big money on YouTube. But when he got on TikTok Shop, he started making like 40 to 50K a month. He bought his wife a Tesla and stuff. It was unreal for him. We're talking a little bit and like I see his videos and I get the idea from him. I wasn't the first bottom of funnel creator. I was the first faceless bottom of funnel creator.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that is through studying my own data.
Right.
I am analytically obsessed. I am looking at the analytics of every video. And I did a video where like I opened the video and I'm testing. I opened the video showing just the object and not my face.
Right.
The second part of the video, I put my face in there. That was the best performing video. I said, this is not social media. This is not an influencer thing.
Exactly.
They don't care about me. They only care about the product.
They're trying to purchase.
Let me just make sure that this product fills up the entire screen and let me add action to it. So there's one video, I had the creatine gummies, and I put them on a rotating disc. So they're all going around in a circle.
Oh
And
my
I'm
gosh.
recording. And also, by the way, these are only 10 to 15 second videos. Because I learned early on that TikTok is very fast. You need to catch their attention. And the watch time, if it's a shorter video and they watch the whole thing, it's going to boost your video even more. I don't know if this counts anymore for TikTok Shop, but back then that's the way it was. Today is the sale. Make sure you go get it. You're never going to find cheaper prices like this again. I'm using my YouTuber voice that I was doing for my YouTube videos. Man, when they started putting ad budget behind it, like, I think that summer we went to Tulum and like we were just doing like $2,000 days, like, glory to God. Like, it was just nuts. Like, every day was like crazy. I was like, why am I still here in LA? My mom's obviously doing it. I'm still doing this. Like, I need to be around my family at this point, and I need us to like scale the next thing together. I packed my things up. Our lease ends in LA. When I left LA, the numbers were pretty good. I think I was doing $10, $20, $15,000 months. When I moved back to Texas, guys,
They went to next level.
because that was the first Black Friday that I was a TikTok shop creator.
Ooh. And so what did that Black Friday look like?
So I'm rinsing and repeating the method every day. I'm making new accounts.
You already figured your thing out.
I think at the
That's the
time-
beauty. Imagine if you started on Black Friday versus you literally had all this time
Exactly.
to figure out what works. You reiterated, you tested, and then when the best season of the year comes, you know exactly what you're doing and where you're going.
That Black Friday, when I moved back to Texas, I get this massive, beautiful 3-story house. It was gorgeous. Glory to God. Like, it was insane. And I'm rinsing and repeating. My method is like, I had 5 supplements that I was just rinsing every single day. And I would experiment sometimes, but it was those same 5 products that I was just going out and doing. And I had 2 different accounts. One type of account was targeted towards the men. The other account was targeted towards the females. So the account that I had that was targeted towards the females was called Steals and Deals Familia. We wanted to attract the Mexican audience. That account only had 5,000 followers. That was my wife's loophole account. I took it over because for whatever reason, there was a time where she was making way more money than me on TikTok Shop, but I was just more consistent. So I was like, let me do it full force. And also when me and my wife were doing it in the kitchen, like I would like always direct her videos. So I'd tell her what to say and then I would be like behind her camera. I took that account and I had met with this brand and we were at a TikTok Shop event. And for me, the TikTok Shop events at the time were good, but a lot of the affiliates you would see just like trying to have a good time and like go get drinks at the open bar and like have fun, get as many samples as they can just for free
it's like
stuff.
sample.
And for me, I'm like, I'm good off this stuff.
You have a vision.
The CEOs were all there. Think of every major supplement brand on TikTok Shop, and every CEO was just standing there. And people were not talking to them. They were just standing there alone. Think of the biggest fitness brand in the world. Their billionaire CEO was just standing there.
Wait, which event was this?
This was the health event in LA, Health Summit.
Oh, I was there.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were probably there. So they all had booths. So
Yeah.
I am there working it. I'm getting all their information. I am asking them how we can scale. I am asking them about their ads. And at the time, my best company, I decided to tell them, let's go out to dinner after this. Let's continue the conversation. So we go out to Drake's restaurant. We're at Delilah on Santa Monica. And I am so tired because I just flown in, so I'm falling asleep. But we're just talking for hours, just building the relationship. And I go back to Texas, and they're like, we're going to make you like the face. We're going to make you an ambassador. Everybody knows you, Tim. Everybody's copying your videos right now. And they offer me a retainer. And they were like, we want to give you $3,000 a month to post. I had just moved back to Texas, and there's a lot of people that are in the TikTok Shop space at the gym that I was going to at the time. So I'm in the sauna with this one guy. Shout out to you. And I was like, bro, like, this company wants to give me $3,000 a month for doing the videos, but I kind of feel like I want to ask for a better percentage. And he's like, dude, they like make their product for like $3 and they sell it for $30. He's like, ask them for 50%.
Wow.
And I'm like, I kind of feel bad, but like, let me try it. So I said, keep your money. Let's do 50% commission. And this was before you could change the commission percentage on ads.
Oh.
So it's 50%
oh.
across the board.
50% for shop ads too.
So for those of you who don't know, there's open plan for organic commission, which is any sales that are made just through the For You page. And then brands automatically boost whichever creatives do the best. And that is through shop ads. So if you make a sale through shop ads, the brand has a choice. Well, hey, we're putting money behind the video, so we're going to give you a lower commission percentage. So a lot of times there is a discrepancy behind those two rates. But so this was before that feature was enabled. And so Tim is literally getting 50% regardless of if it's organic or if the brand is boosting it with their shop ads.
Black Friday comes. The night Black Friday sale started, it started at 7 p.m. I go out to dinner. I go get some drinks. I think it was my wife and her aunts. We go home, and I look at my commissions. From 7 o'clock to midnight, I was at $5,000 in commissions.
Oh my gosh.
I started crying. I FaceTimed my mom, and I said all the hard work that my dad has done throughout his life. Going to Iraq in the military to barely make ends meet. Working like 5 days straight in the oil fields. Having 3 jobs at a time. Trying to provide. And I actually made $5,000 in a few hours. I was in tears. I didn't know what to say. I was bawling my eyes out. I was thanking God. The next day, I was at $9,000 in
Oh my
commission.
gosh.
And it just kept going like that for the entire month.
Oh my gosh.
One product.
How much did you finish the month at?
I think that month I finished at $140,000 in commission.
Oh, wow. That is a really big month.
It changed my life. But what it meant more than the money, freedom. Because I had that savings account now. So even if I didn't continue to do TikTok Shop forever, I now had a cushion that I could fall back on, that I knew that I would be good for a few years. And that feels better than any money that you're going to make. And so we're scaling. I see that this is possible. I'm like, this is insane. I need to scale this to be the biggest it can be. I want to make 100 affiliate accounts. 3 videos a day. It's still taking me 30 minutes at 8 accounts. I need to be making 100 accounts. I also saw that they were building the first live stream studio in LA. They're doing it for the brands. But I'm saying, what if I own 20, 30, 40, 50 accounts, affiliate accounts, and I hire talent? I teach them and I hire them to come and make videos and live stream all day. And I pay them by the hour, but I'm keeping the commissions. So we launched that. I get a building for a year. At the time too, my videos are going so viral. The Chinese foreigners start stealing my sounds. So what they were doing is they were clicking my sound and they were putting use this sound. They were using AI and they were replicating my sounds hundreds of thousands of times per day.
What?
At least between 10,000 and 100,000 per day. You can click on the sound and it would say 300,000 uses of this sound. You would click on another sound, 100,000 uses on this sound.
Were they like the AI videos of the products?
So then the creators realized, hey, Tim's got the best voice on TikTok Shop. There's nobody like him that can replicate his sounds.
And so also you hadn't used that voice on TikTok Shop before you realized, let me use my YouTube voice.
Yeah.
So
It was. I was studying the data.
So you looked at what was working previously for you and you brought that to TikTok Shop.
Well, at first I was just talking the way we're talking now.
Yeah.
But then I tried different things and I knew that the high energy voice converted better. So for whatever reason, people were realizing that they can just pick up a product and like use my sound and just like film it for 5 seconds. So then
Your passion was doing all the work.
everybody starts doing it.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm building the studios. My voice is going viral everywhere. I have this newfound studios. I build the live sets. I hire 4 girls. We got retainers with brands. They're doing videos every single day. The peak, they were doing like, each girl was doing like 80 TikTok videos a day.
So they were making content and going live
Yes.
in this space that you had rented out.
What I quickly realized was that it just wasn't a profitable business because I wasn't giving the girls commission. It was hourly. So I don't think they really cared to make the sales. They were just there getting the job done. But also I realized that something very important, and that was that my IP is not replicable.
Replicable?
I need some water. I realized that there was something very special about me, and that's why the videos had been doing so well. Because whether it be my voice or my urgency or whatever, you can't replicate me. I'm going to TikTok Shop events at this time, and I'm going down the time frame. So sorry if I'm jumping everywhere. They had an event in Austin, Texas. I went to an event before in Dallas, Texas. And at the event, I remember mentioning to some girl, and I was like, yeah, like these are my videos. And she's like, that's your voice? This was the first time somebody told me something in person.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what do you mean that's my voice? She goes, I used your sound last week. She was freaking out that her daughter came and she was like, that's you. That's
Oh
you.
my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, okay, this is weird.
What year was this?
This was probably like a year ago.
This is 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Then we have an event in Austin and every single creator knew my voice. It was wild.
It had become like the sound
It
for
got
any
out of
product-focused
hand.
video.
It got so bad. So you would get on TikTok Shop and every other video was my voice.
How did that feel for you?
At first, I was really angry because I knew that I was making millions of dollars in GMV for all these brands and all these creators and making no money. Like if you calculate creators, like creators by their IP, I have by far the most GMV. Maybe one account hasn't done it.
Right.
But I am by far I've sold the most
Yeah.
with my voice
Yeah, your face,
than
your
anybody
voice, your
could ever come
likeness.
close to.
I've seen multiple videos of the glow gummies with your voice.
Right. And so the brands start telling me too. It got so crazy that there was an event in Miami with 800 TikTok shop creators, and TikTok wanted me to do the voice on stage. At this time, we're doing the live stream studios. It's not doing good. But I need to promote this somehow. And I don't want to be like everybody else. Like, everybody's making the same content at TikTok at the time. And so the School of Hard Knocks boys, you guys familiar with them?
Yes.
So those are my really good friends. They live in Austin. And I remember meeting them before their YouTube channel had blown up. I think they were at a couple thousand subs, and they were getting a couple hundred views a video. I think they were doing better on TikTok and Instagram. But they were kind of like, we sat down, we had dinner. We got to talking like how I found my success. I kind of, tried to give them the best advice that I could. And so I had seen where they really came up on. And I saw their strategy. So I decided, I was like, what if I implement this strategy for TikTok Shop? And I interview a few creators at this event. So I go to a Miami event.
Right, and what was their strategy for people who are not aware?
The strategy that I was going to do?
Yeah, like what do they do?
So basically, I wanted attention on my live streaming studio. So I was going to do this by getting views around TikTok Shop. And so those guys, what they do is they go up to random people on the street that have found a lot of success, and they ask them, what do you do for a living? And they try to get their advice for becoming these multimillionaire guys. And they really just interview them and kind of pick their brain. So I thought it would be really cool for TikTok Shop to grab a couple of my friends and really show the world how much we're really doing. Because at the time, I feel like all my influencer friends were still like not believing
They
in
don't
it.
believe it. Yeah.
And I had so much passion, and I was so frustrated because I'm like, you guys still don't know how much is possible. Let me grab my friends and show you. So I'm like, Angie, come here. How much money in sales did you do last year on TikTok Shop? $5 million. $5 million in sales in 1 year? Just a regular girl from the Bronx. Came from a lower income household. Changed her life.
Beautiful.
I grabbed my friend Brandon. I think Brandon's at like 13 million in sales now. He was destroying it at the time, doing $80,000 every single month. And I did 5 interviews. And I go back to the hotel and I'm editing them. Everybody's ready to go out and I'm like editing. I'm like, I got to get this up. So then I post the first one. You know what was funny about them? The big ones actually didn't go viral. It was these 2 random girls at the time. Now I'm friends with them, but 2 random girls. They were like, came up to me because I'm in a suit, right? I'm an agency owner. So I'm like, I need to dress for success. And so I'm wearing a blue suit and these 2 girls come up to me and they go, you look important. What do you do? And I'm like, let's do an interview. So they're like, okay. So there's one girl, Francesca. She's been doing really, really well for herself, but her numbers were not in the millions. It was like thousands. That video with her did 1 million views overnight. And so I was like, there's something here. Getting the views, the page is growing. People are starting to take notice. All the shop creators are freaking out. They're like, what is this? Like, we've never seen this. This is amazing. Like, all supporting. And then at the time, the agency, I'm still doing it. But then I decided I needed to cut it because we looked at the data and like we were spending more and we started getting into the red. No investors, no funding. So I'm like, we got to cut this. All the sales are still coming from my old videos. We cut that, and I need to figure out what the next big step is and where I need to go forward. At this time, I had such good relationships with all the affiliates and all the biggest sellers. And I'm like, what if I go down the traditional agency route? I'll match up creators with the agency. Then I started hearing like all these bad stories about like other agencies having to like pay $200K out of pocket because the brands didn't pay and they had to chase them down and like all these horror stories. And I was like, I have such a good reputation and I have such a good relationship with so many sellers and so many creators that I don't want to like do the wrong deal and it fires back on me. Because to me, I feel like the reputation that I had built was bigger. So I looked at what I was doing and I was like, content. Like, I've been doing this since I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
This is what I'm passionate about. When I'm making these interviews, like, it genuinely does not feel like I'm working. I'm so passionate about it. So I call my mom and I'm like, Mom, what if I'm the first, like, media company around this? And we just focus on videos.
That gave me chills.
And she goes, I love that idea. I don't know how I'm going to monetize. I don't know how I'm going to make the money, but I have a great savings from TikTok Shop. And so I start going to every single TikTok event that I can, interviewing every single creator, putting my own money out there, not making a dime back, just doing it and knowing that it's going to lead to something special. I hop on the phone with a talent agent from WME, and she tells me how big the podcast space is getting. And at the time, I think ShopHouse was like 30,000 followers. And so she tells me, if I really want to monetize ShopHouse, I need to make a podcast. I need to do long form. And so I'm like, I don't know. Like, okay, let's do it. So I go to an event and I start interviewing all their creators there with the podcast. And It was doing okay. It wasn't doing anything too crazy. And then all of a sudden, 4 months after I stopped that event, like I had already stopped the podcast, one of the videos just shoots to 20K views, like out of nowhere. And I get monetized on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, there's something here. I need to start doing the podcast more. So then I get connected to Goalie, and I'm like, let me be your first ambassador. Like, let me.
You reached out to them.
No, so actually, we reached out to them, and whoever was on the phone at the time was like, no, sorry, we're not interested. The CEO had been having, or the founder had been having so much good things being told to him through all these connections that I made that he needed to get on the phone with me and meet with me.
Wow.
And so I met with the team. I said, why don't I be your first ambassador? You guys sponsor the program. And they were like, we're down. So we signed a 6-month deal, and now they're my sponsor. So everything that we have is branded Goalie, and they've allowed me to really do this full time, to know that I'm going to be able to cover my bills, my travel, everything. It wasn't like I was getting rich, but it was just enough to like secure me for the next 6 months. And I told my editor and filmer at the time, I said, we can take this next 6 months and just squander this opportunity, or we can take this next 6 months knowing that we're good and dominate.
Take over.
And so we worked so hard going to every single event, doing podcast interview, podcast interview, podcast interview, podcast interview. That's how we got to where we at today. And then I had a meeting with a very, very big person. Should I say? I don't know if I should say.
I think you should say.
Say it. Say it.
So I met Gary Vee.
Oh.
Gary Vee wanted to jump on a call with me. During this whole time frame, by the way, I started attracting the attention of a ton of celebrities. In Miami, at the house, I get a random follow. Damon John from Shark Tank follows you. I'm freaking out. Also, I think that Gary Vee's team had used one of my videos in his content when he's talking about social shopping. And so, boom, I start talking to Gary.
Gary is like a huge proponent of social shopping. I mean, he's been talking about TikTok like since 2019, like when TikTok first came out.
But think about my relationship with Gary. Remember, I was 18 years old, trying to make it, going to bed listening to his audiobooks, crying that I would make it. My wife didn't go to college because we saw a video of Gary's. Wow. My wife had an interview with MIT. Like, this was crazy for me. Damon John follows me. Gary's using my content. The next day, we're at the club for the after party. Tyra Banks follows you.
Oh, wow. So it was just like person after person.
It was just...
I mean, clearly you were in some group chat.
I was like, this is happening.
Yeah.
I think it was the way that I framed the video because I filmed it at the Outlandish, which is like the live streaming place. And I said, if you guys want to stay on top of live social commerce as it comes to the US, then follow me here.
Wow.
And I started the video saying, when Gary Vee talks about live social shopping, this right here is what he's talking about. But the reason why it works is because I'm so passionate about it and it's real. And I'm not a character when it comes to that. And so I jump on the call with Gary. I said, Gary, I want to scale ShopHouse. I want to do ShopHouse Espanol, ShopHouse Beauty, this and that. I want to be like the bar stool for social commerce. And he looks at me and he says, you need to figure out one thing. Do you want to be a businessman or do you want to be like famous? Because the two together, it's not going to happen. You need to step back and grow the business, or you need to step forward and find a partner. And so I said, you know what, Gary? Like, for me, this is not a 1-year plan. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is like a 10, 20-year plan. I said, so even if I have to like start scaling the business side in 3 years and just focus on making me the face of social commerce, I'll do it. So then I get invited to China. And it is the biggest, social commerce event in the world. Creators are going to be there from every country.
China's where all social shopping is happening right now. They're like years ahead.
They did $500 billion on Douyin last year.
$500 billion. That's
Total
500
sales.
billion.
American dollars.
500
Yes.
billion American dollars.
Yes.
That's like 5,000 million, right?
Because when Gary Vee says it's a $500 billion business, it's because that's real data from 1 year ago.
From 1 year ago.
Yeah, from 1 year. So I go to this China convention. They want me to open the main stage up for the second day. The CEO's opening it up for the first day. So I get up there and I'm doing my thing. And then they have an after party. And mind you, I have a great relationship with the people throwing this.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because I give them so much value and I ask for nothing in return.
Right.
I went to every single one of their events and spoke for free this year. The day that my daughter was born this year, I told my wife, I got to go to this convention. My wife is still in the hospital with my daughter. She'd just been born. And I'm like, I need to go speak at this event. So I fly there in the morning, 9 a.m., and I jump on a flight back 9 p.m. I'm there for a few hours to get content and speak. And then I come back to my newborn first kid. So these people love me. But that is what you need to do if you want to build the relationships. You need to give without asking anything in return. When we met, I had you guys on the podcast. I said, talk about your offer. Let everybody know what you're doing.
Now, you were very generous about it.
Yeah.
I didn't hold anything back.
Mm-hmm.
And look at where we're at now. We're in Spain. And so they tell me that I can speak at the after party. And so I get up there and I give the most crazy speech I've ever given before, saying that this is going to be the future. And I'm talking, they had every number one affiliate from Japan, 2 billion in 1 month. From the UK, $1 million in sales last month from Black Friday. Biggest affiliate from France. Biggest affiliate from Germany.
All TikTok shop.
And I look at all of them and I say, I want to be the face of social commerce that represents all of you.
Wow.
And they all had chills and they all got fired up. And then they started coming to me, asking me for interviews because they watched ShopHouse. And that's when I realized that what I was building was bigger than the United States.
Way, way, way bigger.
Because when the number one affiliate from Italy comes up to me and says that he loves my stuff, that's crazy. So then after that, I fly to Hangzhou, which is the main live streaming capital of the world. And I go to this company called Borg Rise, and they have a skyscraper with 17 floors. And they're just doing social commerce, live selling for the biggest brands in the world. Adidas, Tom Ford, Estee Lauder, Major League Baseball brand. And they're just going live selling. They did $4 billion in sales last year. They're predicting to do 7 or 8, I think.
Billion.
Yeah, this year. This is just the beginning. I went to Joy Media after one live stream, $106 million US.
It's difficult to wrap your head around.
It's difficult, but they are on another level. They have so many teams. Like Joy Media optimizes like Warner Brothers. They will do channel trailers for the live, and this thing is like, I want you to imagine this trailer right now. Think of the Footloose choreography and the way the movie is filmed, and they're all wearing nice outfits. That is their trailer. I'm talking big budgets. They literally train them how to dance, sing, work out, everything there.
It's like K-pop.
It's like K-pop.
Their studio for live streaming, it's bigger than this house, like huge.
So they have full-on training academies.
They take care of everything for them.
Do you know how long the people train for?
I have no idea.
So it's an entire operation.
They told me that $1 million per live stream is low there. That's a low day for them. And when we drive through Hangzhou, you see in the windows of car dealerships, they're live selling the cars.
Are they live selling everything?
Everything you can imagine. I've talked to people from China that they sell puppies through the live stream, and you get them the next day in the mail.
In the mail?
From the
Next
plane.
day.
You can watch somebody cooking a pizza, a restaurant cooking a pizza, and order the pizza from the live stream, and it gets to your apartment in 10 minutes.
Absolutely anything.
They sold a rocket ship on there that was worth like 40 million or something.
I did see that one.
So this is just the beginning.
Right. I mean, this is not even happening in the States at all. Like, this is literally all just in China.
I think from what I've seen, it's like China, then Japan is under, then probably US, then UK, then Germany, and then so forth. But I think the US is going to be bigger.
I mean,
I think we always do it the biggest.
right.
Now it's time to make history. I mean, right now my plans are like for this year, I want to be known around the world. So I want to go to every TikTok shop event around the world now, take my foot off the gas from the US events, and just bigger celebrities. I want to hopefully get Gary on the podcast this year, hopefully like Kevin O'Leary, a lot of really big faces to come and talk about social commerce.
Where do you see Tim in 40 years?
40 years
40
is crazy. I think at that point when you've made enough, when you make the money, then you follow the passion. Right?
Where do you see? I mean, because at that point you'd be like 70 years old.
So if I'm 70,
You're literally looking back.
70
Yeah,
is
you're
crazy.
looking back at 70 years old. I'm
So
sure
that-
some people watching this are in their 70s.
70 years old, I want to look back and I want to have a very healthy, closely knit family, successful family, God-fearing family. I want to have a film television studio where we're changing the game on the mainstream level. But at that point, I want to create art that I can give back to the world. I want to make people feel. I want to make people laugh.
That's what it's about. That's truly, it's like I wake up every single day and I feel so grateful that I get to inspire people even on any scale. And that is my personal purpose, is I just want to inspire as many people as possible in this world, because we all have so much light within us. And oftentimes it's hard to see that within ourselves. And so being able to be that example, and people need to be, you know, everyone needs to have a different role to bring that out of specific people. So I think it's beautiful the way that you're going about it. And it's truly a privilege to like be in the same room together and be aligned, to have that same vision, to have that same desire for humanity.
And I really think a lot of people out there need to realize, like, this is our long-term goal, yes. But for many, it may just be having that freedom that they want so they can really follow their passions.
It all starts with that.
I mean, that's literally what you said. Like when you made all of that money from TikTok Shop, you had that cushion. So you were able to literally go after what you want to do, and you were able to create the space for even ShopHouse to be birthed.
I say this all the time, and I think that something like TikTok Shop, it's a beautiful, gorgeous money vehicle that has been granted to us. And it's this opportunity for anyone, no matter what walk of life, no matter who you are, it doesn't matter, and we know that. You can make lucrative, actual wealth. And what is wealth? It's freedom. And that gives you the opportunity to actually step forward and to pursue what you truly want without ever having to think about financial circumstances, without ever having to think about, can I do this or can I not do this? Is this too much? Those thoughts don't have to happen. And I think that is exactly what the universe, God, exactly wants for us. Like, the Creator wants us to completely, fully lean into our deepest desires. Creator wants us to do those things and wants us to do them effortlessly. That's why I love TikTok Shop, because TikTok Shop right now is that money vehicle to allow people to build that wealth so that you can literally do whatever you want. And when everyone can do whatever they want freely, just truly being creatives, that is how we create a beautiful future.
It's crazy, man. Like, the stories that I've been told on my podcast are just insane. I mean, Jackie was like a nurse in Texas who, like, they moved to the Panhandle because her husband was working. I think he was working in the oil fields or something like that, a very hard labor job. And because of that, they were able to, because of their success on TikTok Shop, she surpassed all the money that she's ever thought she was going to make. I think she just announced that she's made $1 million from TikTok Shop. She said, I'm officially a TikTok Shop millionaire.
Yeah.
From a nurse, it was like $1 million in sales and $2 million in sales. And it was just her applying her knowledge of like what she knew from being a nurse and passionately helping people through the TikTok videos. So now they've been able to move back to California to be with their family now that they have that financial freedom. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, Heidi was like living in Mexico and like Haiti, and now she's a mom and she's able to like do this full time and just trying all the outfits. And it really is incredible and really heartwarming. I mean, Desi didn't even think that this money would be possible. When the way she was raised, they told her like to work in a club when she was a little girl and stuff. And like now she's doing 10K months on TikTok Shop. It's been incredible to see.
It really just like expands people's minds beyond what they even think is possible for them. And it's so cool. Like anybody can do it that has a phone.
Anybody can do it.
It's not like there's like some crazy barrier.
Right. And there's
you know?
there's no upfront, like to do TikTok Shop, you can just start. You can literally just pick up your phone and find the products around your house and start.
We've literally been saying it's like the new American dream.
It is.
It is.
I mean, what people envisioned as the American dream 50 years ago, it's like the way that was effortless. What was working for them 50 years ago, like this is absolutely the route to the American dream. Like this is today's American dream. It absolutely is.
It's been insane. It's changed my life. It's changed my family's life. I mean, now my mom's a top affiliate for like so many people. And I think she actually prefers affiliate because she doesn't have to deal with customer service.
Risk, right?
No risks, no returns, no inventory, no shipping. It's just making the content.
I mean, we always say being an affiliate is literally a dream job.
Seriously.
Like you don't have to deal with any of that stuff on the brand side.
Exactly.
All right, so I know that we're coming close to time, but I do want to take the chance to just speak about why we're even in the room together right now.
Let's do it.
This beautiful partnership that we're now doing.
I think it was really an organic partnership.
It was
the
so
way that
organic.
It came about. Because I'm friends with like every group on TikTok Shop that you can imagine, and I've never met anybody like you guys. The way that you've impacted so many people and the way you're so raw and authentic and passionate about helping people is really what drew me to you guys. Because I told you, I said, you're going to win no matter what. And you're that comfort there that is like the trust and like the love, and like you're going to make sure that everybody is taken care of no matter what. And you're going to make sure that you get through any obstacle. And I think together as a team, that I can't find anywhere else. And I know that for you guys, like you guys are not after just like a business just to make money at all, where there's so many that are.
Yeah, it's so much bigger than that.
Because you tell me every time, you're like, we want to change America and we want to impact lives.
Most of our conversations, the first thing that comes in the conversation is not money. Like money is constantly the afterthought. And obviously it is a byproduct, but the main priority that Anna and I have in any conversation is the impact that we have on human lives and literally just improving humanity. Like every single day I wake up and I just feel blessed that I have the opportunity to impact humanity on a level of abundance.
And like you can make so much money and then it all of a sudden it kind of just all starts to feel a little bit the same. You know, but like the impact,
Right.
hearing the stories from people, like those stories you just shared, like that is us creating the change in this world. That is fulfilling, like deep fulfillment. And I feel like it's so aligned because we all share this passion.
And I think for me, it's a lot to put on your shoulders of like, hey, I want to be the biggest name in social commerce. And I'm like in talks with like all these celebrities and stuff. So I think when choosing a partner, I needed to be very, very careful because you guys know reputation is everything. And I knew that like I didn't even want to start my own community because I needed A+++ community if I was going to start one. And I don't have the time for that right now.
It's a lot.
And you guys do. And because I see your vision and I see what you guys are building, I know that I can trust you to partner with you. And I know that we're going to win. And I know that we're going to win for others.
Winning is inevitable. And I remember it was like our dinner conversation. We dropped you off. What was it? You went to the Soho House.
Yeah.
You were staying there, I think.
Yeah.
And we dropped you off. And I just remember like I was literally buzzing. And you know when you have conversations with people and your body just like buzzes afterwards and you're just like radiating like all these emotions. You're radiating gratitude. You're radiating clarity. You're just like leaving feeling expanded. That's actually how I felt when I first met Anna. Like when I first met Anna, it was one of those conversations. And those are the ones, I don't know, just like I feel it in the moment. I'm like, this is so life-changing. Like meeting this person is life-changing. Even though you don't know exactly where it's going to go. You have no idea like what the plans are ahead, right? But you just feel the energy from that conversation and you know that there's incredible plans. And that's how I felt during our initial conversation.
And I think the big thing too with Mario and Anna, what they're really good at is allowing people to really see their potential. Because I think you guys opened my eyes to the many lives that I can truly impact with this partnership and how to go about it the right way. And you guys set me up in a direction that I've never even explored before. And so I think it's just a match like literally made in heaven. And I think that we're going to go very far. And the other thing too, a lot of these communities that you see on TikTok Shop are like, we want to be the biggest TikTok Shop community. Cool. But that's like saying, I want to be the biggest influencer in Orlando.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Like TikTok Shop is hot and cool now. YouTube shopping, Facebook shopping, whatnot, LTK, social commerce.
This is about
whatnot.
like the world economy.
We might launch our own. Who knows?
Right.
Nothing is off the table right now.
It is so much bigger than just TikTok Shop. And I think the opportunity is hot right now and you guys got to capitalize on it. But do not get comfortable with an app. Do not. Because I promise you that people are going to see what TikTok Shop is doing. And there will be bigger opportunities this year than there was on TikTok Shop for the last 3 years. Because somebody like a Mark Zuckerberg, they're not just going to let TikTok take it. Mark Zuckerberg is going to fight for social commerce to be the best. So is, what's his name? Amazon. Bezos. Jeff Bezos is not just going to. Jeff Bezos owns Twitch, which is the biggest live streaming, and he owns Amazon, which is the biggest seller marketplace. Now, do you think with all of Jeff Bezos' power, he's just going to let TikTok Shop take it? But you know what happened at the beginning of TikTok Shop? They needed to acquire sellers and affiliates. So they gave out crazy bonuses. And that is what's about to happen. And that is what the three of us are going to stay on top of, is educating our audience and our members to stay on the very top of what is going to be the hottest and the best thing and how to make the money.
Absolutely. Because once you have the skill, you can go anywhere. It's literally just learning how to sell online.
Exactly.
Social shopping.
That is what separates you guys from the rest.
Well, cheers to an incredible future ahead.
Let's go.
And a beautiful present moment.
And thank you guys so much for having us in Marbella, Spain. They called me a day ago and said, hey, what are the chances you come out to Spain? I had just landed back in America from Europe after spending 2 weeks out there. And I got on a flight back to Europe 24 hours later.
He did it.
I'm so glad that I came. I'm so glad. This would not have been the same without coming.
And you were able to meet the whole team too.
I was able to meet the entire team. And I can just tell you guys, like, you guys are going to be in good hands. Like, you guys are going to be in the best hands. They have talent that is here to help, that is bigger than any TikTok community has ever done it. Like, it's just next level. It's going to be insane when they really see what you guys are going to come out with this year. The plans are out of this world, guys.
It's insane. And we're doing it together.
We're doing it together.
So guys, if you're interested in working with our community and figuring out how you want to scale from 0 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 100,000, the good news is we literally have opportunities for wherever you are as a creator, as a person. So anyway, we have an application form linked in the description of this video. You can click on it, you can submit some information about yourself, and if you're a good fit, our team will reach out. Obviously, we want the best talent. We want the best energy coming forth to what we're doing because we are truly building something next level. So if you want to become part of the family, we're going to have that link in the description. Thank you so much for coming to another episode at the Abundance Network, and we'll see you guys next time.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.